This is not a war. Let this.
Hey! Tillverkning. Ah. Fälla filmen där resten av skala. Eller nämntarskala efter att
Intruder! Get her!
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Var inte aggressiva, snälla, sluta vara aggressiva. Fackla.
Break the enemy! Show no weakness!
Boom!
I hashed it out with them. Stuff. But the alternative? For there to have been all this and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical options, thank you. The counsellor said I might change my mind. I told him they didn't know me very well. For life.
Guide this through the process.
vart.
Don't turn your back on the enemy. Let this strike upon you. Let this my foe.
Haha.
By my card.
Boom, 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 boom.
Just be my focus.
Yes. Vi släpper dig där. Den där behövde jag. Du ska åt sidan. Du ska ner. Sidan. Så.
Done.
Den.
I should check the door on your
Kolla
back.
där. Kolla där. Så där. Här uppe just. Eller va? Ja, jag vet inte vilket då. Eller? Ja. Strömkabel. Förstärkt platin. Platin där bara. Ja. Tända jag. Kan inte komma upp det på något sätt. Wait, ska jag ta den? Finns det någon där här eller? Oh, här är den. Där är den de pratar om. Där. Så vi har en låda. Och ett ström till dörren. Sådär. Cloak. Oh, här. Installera. Oh, mitten där. Såg inte den. Nästa. Eller va? Första andra sidan. Nästa ner. Andra sidan. Nästa. Den upp och ner. Eller? Det förstår fara upp och ner. Data visar rätt inställningar för kringliggande lås. Fel upptäckt. Inställningar omvända. Okej. Så. Eller? Ner det. Så. Det. Så. Nej men det är ju så där. Det ska ju vara så, eller? Eller tror de att så här inte ändras, eller?
That did it.
Ja,
Door should have power.
de vet inte hur fysik funkar alltså. Det vet inte jag.
The shadow will reach you.
Aj, 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 aj. Aj! Boom! Du är liv. Aj! Sa! Ah, jävlar! Han valde att smälla upp sin kompis också. Bam! Yes, jag fick honom. Så. Oh, det kommer fler. Why, dude? Why? Ah. Ow!
You will not.
Ow! Jag visste att du kunde gå igenom där. Nej. Inte jag tänkte att bara gömma mig här inne. Hej.
Concentrate on your target.
Så nu ska jag bara vänta här.
This is it for you.
Boom, boom. Så.
Show no mercy!
Där. Polerat här. Holy crap, så nära.
That's the last of them.
Yes.
Spread out. Get ready for the shadows.
Ah, jävlar! Tillbaka. Han stod ju så hårt. Åkte ut ur spelet, kommer tillbaka på en idag.
You can see them. They can't see you.
The shadows.
Ow. Oh. Back. Ah!
Escape the shadows.
Hey! Ah!
You just come out.
Ah! Aha! Sådär ja! Eller så tripwire är redan färdig. Jag kan bara bestämma att spela så. Au. No. Hey, let's go check that out.
Last always said, patience.
Ah! Boom, headshot.
That's the last of them. Or not.
Eller inte.
before the shadow.
Ah!
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
Nej, jag ska luta de här. Perion. Det är en perion jag har i mitt liv. Luta alla personliga mördare. Det kanske inte låter jättesnällt, men det är snällt.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor. Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural to be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey...
De hade jättemycket svamp. Grottsvampar ska jag kalla dem. Jag kallar dem för grottsvampar. Men grå menigheter. Det är han jag sprängde. Hur det är grejerna. Han slut intakt. Jag har ingen aning. Då kunde jag få glasflaskor. Alltså explosion. De dog av den. Eller han dog av den.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As a tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So like, you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. A waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots. And not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulation, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon. But hey, everyone has to start somewhere.
Hon är nyfödd rabbit.
Yes. Time to get started.
Hej! Jag vet inte att det stod där.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical at places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
True. Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Hephaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. I've seen it myself, in the cauldrons. Stalkers, Ravagers, a Thunderjaw. How could it do that? And why?
Why indeed?
Why indeed? Yay, vi får läsa. Jag bryr mig inte. Den är från Elisabeth Sabeck till Margot Shen. Ämne full fart framåt. Yeah, full fart framåt. Yeah. Aktivera hållprojektor.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple.
Stäng ner!
You probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's designing and building robots.
Ursäkta, varför hörs hon
The
bättre
last thing
här?
we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century design. A waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots. And not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for unconceivable purpose, designed with...
Ah, jag tänkte som till och med av. Hitta en gång till Sabex kontor, okej. Oh, här uppe nu.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got more clips.
Careful now.
Ja, det är clips. Vart? Där. Du är fan duktig på att lyssna. Jag kunde inte höra någonting för du springer så jäkla högt. Eller att det hörs jättetydligt att de går och liksom... Men fienda hör absolut ingenting. Jag tror inte de tittar upp hit heller.
Future generations. I am Samina Ebaju. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curriculum by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
Välkomna, nu börjar vi! Nej, jag vill inte starta den. Måste jag göra det?
All of this lost. The ancients' greatest gift to us.
Greatest? How about the fact we exist at all?
To abide in ignorance is a curse, Aloy. You of all people should know that.
Jag kallar inte det tyst, men ja. Whatever de kallar det.
Fire! I
la 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 la. Så nu kan de inte ta den vägen in. Om de skulle kunna ta den... Nej, kan de inte. Men då sätter vi den. Och så bygger vi en sån. Bra.
Not sure. Get back in!
Ah! Ah, yeah. Ah!
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. What is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed? Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
Okay. Kom igen, spela en till. Sång. Du är död, sitter där och grinar. Yay. Hurra. Nej. Hackning, skattkister. Jag är fortfarande försäljd, ni undrar. Även fast jag inte spelar in där på samma gång. Vad är det? Starkt slag. Det slag var fått slag underifrån, ledarslag. Alla starkt slag. Alla slag är 50% mer skada. Okej. Bättre rullning. Vänta, vad är det? Hantverkare, jaha. Ja. Opportunist. Valvtekniker. Användningsam. Resurser. Torgusställe. Här chansen för X-resurser. Lärare för datamaskiner. Lalalala. Gammal maskin för att bli kontrollerad obegränsad tid. Jaha. Det här är faktiskt inte riktigt bra. Jag tycker den ska vara på samla. Jag tycker den ska vara på jägare eller kämpa. Decimera fällor. Fällor snabbt ska bli decimeras till att okej. Den är bra också. Ja, alla uppgraderingar här är bra. Ja, jag är din. Nu är jag din, okej? Det är väl bra, va? Jag vill bli din.
I'm not here.
Heard something.
If you're here, show yourself. It's only fair.
It's over. Oh jäklar, aj.
All of this lost. The ancient's greatest gift to us.
Greatest? How about the fact we exist at all?
To abide in ignorance is a curse, Aloy. You of all
Here we
people
are. Shadow take.
Attack! Aha. Holy crap, nej. Ja! Nej! Da!
The shadow.
Da! Uh-huh. Hey, come over here. Ta-da!
in
Slänger
what
ner.
should have been a cave of wonders.
Ja. Där så har vi en här. Det var alla tror jag. Ja, förutom den här uppe då. Jag vet att han är där uppe. Jag tänkte att Tom där uppe. Men sen upptog jag att det var en svamp. Oh, hej!
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to
Nej,
come.
det är ju min
If
som
you
här,
are
den här
one
var
of
ju
the
helt
people of that
värdelös.
future
Just
world,
det. Den är helt
listening to this
värdelös.
message, please know that I am sorry, and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
Okay. Sincerely, Austin. Ah.
Thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine your Gaia 200 years from now and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos. Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocating. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one. Blank
Zero
slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
Need more data.
How's it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
Looks like the only way onward.
Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 rally accords.
Okay.
Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances. But, as one of the authors of the accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem, to say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, vous êtes prêts? Let us begin.
Det har 40 pilar. Eller 10 pilar menar jag. Fan, jag kan inte räkna.
Forget about traveling light.
Det är knappast lätt. Nej, inte utan all lore heller. Vagga förseglad. Så...
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right? I'm fine. I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if... What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
Yep.
You really believe that?
Som heter Alloy!
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things...
All...
Fix?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, let's just do what it says.
Ja. Var inte det hennes kontor? Jag körde bara lite bak. Ingången ska vara i det här området. Varför är det exakta koordinater? Varför ger inte de magiska pilarna med exakta koordinater? Är det här vägen? Nej. Jag tror inte det. Jag tror det var... Ja, här kommer jag ifrån. Ja. Bastards! Hitta kontoret! Status för Artemis. Jag kan inte läsa den här just nu, för jag vill spela spelet. Och det tar ju 1000 år i alla fall. Då tittar jag på den. 2000 har misslyckats. Tittar på den. Och så har vi antlåda. Namn. Även fast det inte är mat i den. Varför är det inte mat i en proviantlåda?
Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
To fight corruption. No! Eclipse!
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Du är för värdefull. Okej!
Child.